Welcome back to another video on our YouTube channel. I'm Steve. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install the LED Horizon windshield trim from Ciro 3D. If you've watched any of our videos in the past, guys, you'll know that we've got quite a bit of Ciro 3D products. We've got a ton of them on the Street Glide. Absolutely love all of the products. And now we're starting the whiskey project back here. Two things right off the bat that we're going to be installing on the Road Glide that's a little bit different from the Street Glide. We already did the Fang headlight bezel on the Road Glide, and you can check out that video. I'll put the link down in the description below so you can jump right over there and see that one. But today we're going to be installing the windshield trim that goes up here. It's two small pieces that go on each side. It's very easy to install. You don't even need to remove your outer fairing. So like usual, you can get this in chrome or black. Of course, we're doing the black one on the Road Glide back here. Chrome all on the Street Glide, black all on the Road Glide. One of the reasons why I'm adding more turn signals to the front of the bike is because eventually down the road, I've kind of already kicked this idea around a little bit, was actually removing these bullet blinkers from the side. There's a couple of turn signal eliminator brackets that are out there. I'm not quite sure which direction I'm going on that, but I think the outcome and the look that I'm going for on the Road Glide, I'd like to see these removed or at least a little bit smaller. So removing those, of course, is going to take away some turn signals, so we need to add some back. We talked about this in all the other LED videos that we did. Huge LED fan, guys. It's one of the first things I do to the bikes when I get them. Get them old, nasty, junk halogen bulbs out and replace them with LEDs. Like I said, we've added all of the Ciro 3D LED stuff over on the Street Glide. Absolutely love it. No question when we start doing the Road Glide what LED I was going to be going with. So the first thing we want to do is just get these windshield screws out, guys. So just get these 4 screws out of the windshield. Let's get the windshield out of the way, and then we can move on to step 2. Once you have the windshield off and the screws off, just go ahead, put your fingers in here and pop this thing straight up, just like that, and pull out, and that'll come off. That's just your vent cover. Just get that off, get it out of the way. So the very next thing we want to do is get the vent out of the way. We need access to our blinker wires that are underneath here. Now I find it easiest to open the vent, and I'll put like a finger in here and a thumb here. The clips are basically right in here, so grabbing it from the edge doesn't really work very well. So if you just put your finger in the vent hole and pry up on this side, kind of pull it out of the way, pry up on that side, it comes right off. Hey, I just want to take a quick second to tell everybody thank you for subscribing to the channel and checking out our videos. Guys, the channel's growing like crazy and we appreciate the hell out of it. Always free videos all of the time. We don't charge you for videos. We don't do Patreon. We don't ask for donations. None of that stuff. Always free videos all the time. Maintenance, how-tos, product reviews, all that stuff is on our channel. If you haven't already, check out the whole channel. A plethora of bagger-related videos on there. You can also find Sick Baggers over on Instagram and on Facebook. If you check us out over on Facebook, you can get a hold of some bagger swag. We do the t-shirts over on the Facebook side. We do a pre-order a couple of times a year. We get everybody's t-shirts out. We sell them dirt cheap. We just pretty much break even on the shirt. So find SIK Baggers over on Facebook. Ask to join and we'll get you hooked up. Back to the video. There's little clips on the bottom that we're talking about if you've never done this before. These 2 little clips go in this little frame rail right here on top of your radio. So this wiring harness here actually leads down to the bullet blinkers on both sides. You've got one here and one here. So now because we already have the Fang headlight bezel on here, on the end of the wire on the headlight bezel, Ciro has provided us with a splitter. So basically it just kind of makes it an inline circuit. So we can disconnect from right here where it comes off the fairing, follow that up. We can just undo it right there. Here's the LED sequential turn signal. So this is just a big cover. Right here on the end is a little set screw. We just want to go ahead and remove that set screw. We're going to reuse it. Don't lose it. It's very small. We just go ahead and take the metal trim off there. And you're going to take your circuit board, and there's that splitter I was talking about. Female on one end, male on the other. Very simple. Female to male on this side. Listen for the click. Same thing on this side. Put it in. Listen for the click. Now we want to lay this down in here where it's not going to get pinched by anything, but we want to take this wire and feed it over here to the edge. There's like a small little indent crease right there out of your fairing where that little flat wire can feed right through there. We're going to do the exact same thing with the other side. Take the set screw out. Going to roll this off. Come up here with our splitter. Once again, right off of the fairing wire, go ahead and disconnect it right there. Same thing on this side. Listen for the click. Listen for the click. So that just makes it one big inline circuit. You're gonna do the same thing, lay it down where it's kind of out of the way. Now we're ready to put stuff back together. So when we put the vent back on, guys, you got the vent mechanism all on the right side. The left side's pretty clear, but the right side here has the vent mechanism. So we want to make sure that when we're pushing this down and moving this, it's not pushing into any of these wires. So on this side, you may want to feed the wires closer up to the fairing, a little bit out of the way right there. Leave this space right here above your gauge for this mechanism. It goes back in the same way. Put it in the front. Simply push down, it's back in place. So we want to put our trim back on from there. Same thing again, tuck the front. Right here is where you got to watch that you don't pinch that wire. Pull it back down into the space that it needs to go. Do the same thing on this side. Make sure it's not pinching the wire. Now this is ready to put the windshield back on. So from here we're going to set the windshield back in place. Make sure all of our holes line up. Ciro has provided us with different screws. As you can see right here, they're silver screws. You're going to want to use those. So these are actually going to be behind the finishing trim. So use the screws that are provided from Ciro. It's very easy to do. They're just a Phillips head screw. Now I found to make this a little bit easier because I'm doing it by myself, I'll go ahead and put one of the screws in over here and just kind of run it in with my fingers, and that'll help hold the windshield up. Just get them started. Don't run them in because you don't want that metal on your plastic. Now that you got your windshield in place, you want to feed as much of that wire coming off the circuit board back down into that little groove. If I can get my arm out of the way, you can see that little groove that was in the outer fairing. You want to feed that wire back down in there. Put your windshield up in place. Then take your rubber gasket that protects the windshield from the circuit board, put it on, line up the holes the best that you can. Then you just simply roll this around and try not to pull too much of that wire out. You can always push a little bit more back down in there if you need to later. With everything in place, I'll go ahead and get one screw started. I'm not going to tighten it down because I still want to fix that gasket a little bit better before I crank everything down. Same thing on this side. Bolt through the circuit board, through the rubber gasket, through the windshield hole, and into the hole. We're not going to tighten that down just yet. We can move back up to the front, making sure that our rubber gasket is perfect along there. Now that we have everything how we want it, we're going to put the trim piece back on. On the inside of the trim piece, there is a little hook right here. This hooks to the front of the circuit board. You're going to slide that in, roll it back, set screw hole right here in that little black set screw that we had. Put it right back through here and tighten it down. So that side's done, guys. Pretty easy. Guess what? Do the same thing to the other side, guys. So we're going to cut the camera, get this installed, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Well, there you have it, guys. Like I said, very easy install. Just takes a little patience to get everything lined up. You get everything lined up, you got a nice clean install and sequential blinkers. We first added the sequential blinkers to the bag blades on the Street Glide, and I love that effect. That's pretty cool. It's not something you see all the time on motorcycles, so it's pretty cool that Ciro came up with that. As you've seen in the little clip there with them running, the sequential blinkers going from the inside out. So pretty cool effect on top of just looking good on the bike. That nice black trim up there blends right into the windshield, so visually you only see that thin line of LEDs. Pretty cool that Ciro came up with that. Once again, those are the Horizon windshield trim from Ciro 3D. Check it out. The link will be down below in the description. Open up the description, click the link, takes you straight over to Ciro3D.com, takes you straight to the product. Once again, you can choose from chrome or black, either way that you want to go. And once you're over there on the website, look around. They've got a ton of stuff on there. A lot of LED stuff, a lot of comfort stuff. We got the pegs, we've got the whole LED kit pretty much on the Street Glide over there, but we also have the comfort pegs for the rider and the driver. Cell phone mounts, cup holders, I got it all, man. Check out the website. Once again, not just for the Harleys. Check out the Honda Goldwing stuff over there. They've got the whole Gold Strike edition. If you guys have any questions on this, you guys know the deal. Comment box down below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I love kicking it around with you guys, coming up with new ideas and stuff. Let me know what you think about the whole eliminating the turn signal thing. I'm really on the fence about that, so let me know your thoughts on that. I'm going to get out of here and get my butt back to work. And until the next video, as always, be safe and keep your knees in a breeze. Thanks for checking out the YouTube video, guys. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button over here. Over 100 bagger related videos on our YouTube channel. But to get you started, maybe you can check out this one or this one. Just one of them. Not really going to say anything else. Just click the button, man. No, just